Hey everybody, Trisha here. So today we're going to talk about the lazy millionaire, how you don't need a side hustle to have financial independence. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Trisha and I retired at 57 1 year ago. And I'm here to share my story, my journey, and hopefully it'll resonate with you and it'll give you that confidence that you need to know that you're able to get there without having a side hustle. So in this video, I'll focus on the rat race survivor method, which focuses on financial discipline and smart investing instead of extreme hustling. We'll explore how less work can actually lead to more wealth. Imagine waking up every morning and not having to go to a 9 to 5 without the stress of the world on your shoulders. Being able to plan your day as you see fit. You're not alone. Many are tired of the hustle culture and always feeling like your one job's not enough, that you have to have a couple of others just to get ahead. The good news is you can achieve financial freedom without having to sacrifice your well being. So let's dive into the lazy millionaire strategy. So let's start with number one, the one time audit. You can't automate what you don't measure. Most people guess at what their expenses are. You need to download the Simple Budget app and start tracking for 30 days your expenses so that at the end of the month, you know exactly what you spend in a month. Well, not exactly, because obviously, sometimes we spend a little bit more on entertainment or a little bit more on food, but you have a general knowledge of what your spend is in a month. And this will allow you to be able to see, once you have your monthly income and you subtract your expense, what's left over. And from that, you're able then to set up automations that will allow you to make those investments for you. And you don't have to worry about trying to keep up with your investing because it's automatic. It's already set in place. So you do the hard work up front by going through your expenses and tracking them for 30 days and understanding what you have left over so that when you set up that automation, you feel comfortable knowing that your bills are met and this is what's left over for you to save. So the second step is, with the surplus that you've identified, this is the automatic investing machine that you're going to use to fund your 401k, if you have one at work, that they give you a match. If they match 5% of what you put in, then you want to put in that 5%. But anything additional, you should put it into either your 401k or into your Roth. So that extra money, that should be automatic so that it's set up to take that money immediately out of your account and it's invested. The third concept is the zero drag rule. Debt is a heavy backpack that you're carrying on your back as you're climbing the mountain. So you want to make sure that you don't have any consumer debt, car debt that's weighing you down as you're trying to grow, as you're trying to build. So that would be the next concept that we want to make sure we understand, is that by minimizing the amount of consumer debt, that just makes our ability to reach our destination faster, easier. So get rid of the consumer debt and don't take on any new debt. The hustle culture tries to out-earn debt. The lazy millionaire just avoids it. A good habit to get into is to treat credit cards like debit cards. Or if you're going to use a credit card, ensure that you pay it off monthly. So every month you get a statement balance. That's what you need to pay off. If you pay that off every single month, then you're not carrying any consumer debt and you're not owing anybody anything. And so therefore you won't get any interest charged to your account. So my suggestion is, if you're going to carry a credit card balance, that you make sure you pay off the full statement balance before the due date. The fourth concept in the lazy millionaire approach is to avoid the trap of trying to fit in, of trying to hang with the more affluent that can afford the expensive, overpriced, not really that valuable material goods. If you can change your mindset to get by with the necessities, then I think you'll be much more happy when you can look at your account and see the growth in it. And to be able to prioritize your future versus your current needs at this time or your current wants at this time. So, this concept is really important because it allows you to see the growth that can happen if you're just a little bit disciplined and don't waste your money on fast fashion or what others think is of value in today's society from a materialistic standpoint. Not only will you save a massive amount of mental energy by not having to compete in this area, you'll put your wealth creation on stealth mode. And that's a lazy millionaire move that will benefit you well in the future. So the last concept is to provide yourself a splurge, something that brings you joy, brings you happiness, and makes you feel complete. If that's a musical instrument, you love the piano and you want to save to buy the piano of your dreams, I think that's a valuable investment because it's bringing you joy and happiness. And if you only sacrifice, then you'll get burnt out and you'll eventually quit. And so the key here is to spend your money where it has the most impact, where it brings you the most joy, so that when you're not purchasing the latest fashion or the latest gadgets, that you are buying the one thing that brings you joy. So I think that's a concept that the lazy millionaire can really get on board with because it allows you to sacrifice with the things that you don't necessarily care that much about, but yet for the things that you truly value and bring you satisfaction, joy, and peace in your life, you have that set aside to spend on that and to enjoy it. So if you're ready to break free from the hustle culture and learn how to build wealth the lazy way, then hit that like button and follow along for more insights. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next week. I'm free.